Hey there guys, it's Ara over here, bringing you the 7th episode of my F1 2012 Career Mode series. Today we're at the Chinese Grand Prix, and if you haven't checked out the qualifying video, I'd really appreciate it if you could, because it was quite a good qualifying. We started 4th on the grid, so we get a sort of a good start here, kind of bogging down a bit. Kobayashi and Schumacher, Rosberg take us, but then we come back on Webber, and then we kind of swoop down here. Nice, clean move here, a bit on the apex there. Take Vettel very nicely, and I just kind of went straight into this video. Didn't want to make it too long. So we're looking at Hamilton now. So we're braking late now, going down the inside, across the apex, squeezing him out, and Vettel takes Hamilton as well. So I kind of did Vettel there a favour, but we've taken Hamilton. Now we're up in first. This race, you're going to see, it's going to be kind of a weird race. If you're new to this video, please go check out the qualifying and subscribe to me for weekly F1 2012 content. But in the qualifying video, if you go check that out, you would have seen that I said that it was going to rain in this race. It does, but strangely, I was really surprised. It started on dry tyres. Everyone was on their dry tyres, the ones they qualified on, for about 1 lap or 2 laps or so, and really it just kind of caught me by surprise. Right now you can see a few droplets of rain. It's starting to rain here. Quite strange, you know. I never thought they would kind of implement something like that. I mean, it's not like bad. It's quite a good thing that you kind of start on options and then you kind of have to gauge how far you go into the wet period before you change to wet tyres. So I thought it was quite interesting and quite unexpected, really. So really yeah, so at this point I go into the second lap trying to, see if I can make a gap, and everyone, as you can see by the mini-map, went into the pits. Every single person went to the pits to change the intermediates. Now at this point I'm thinking, oh crap, I've just made a huge mistake, or I've made a massive, great choice. Obviously I've gone on over the grass here, not really looking like a great choice right now, but for the most of this lap I'm not doing too badly. I gain about 28 seconds on them, and it's not too bad. So this one I'm thinking, okay, it's a pretty good decision to stay out. I felt the conditions were okay for me to continue on dry tyres, so I just kept on going on the lap, and can't really do much now about it. So we have to just finish that lap, and it felt kind of good. I felt I could at least go to the end of lap 3 and pit on lap 4. So well, at the end of lap 3 and exit on lap 4. So yeah, that was my race strategy going in. I'll change the intermediates then. And then I was just planning to try and go to the end of the race, and you'll see at the end it gets pretty exciting. So yeah, really now it gets to like a stable stage where I'm just going round the lap. So I think this is a great opportunity for me to talk about a massive bit of news that, as I'm recording this, has come out today. But obviously I'll upload this tomorrow. So I'm recording this today on Friday. I'll upload it tomorrow, which is Saturday, which is the day you're watching this. It's all confusing, but okay, basically that news about Hamilton to Mercedes and Perez to McLaren, I just want to give my opinion on it, and I'd love to hear your guys' opinion, because you guys are awesome. All my new subscribers, I've been loving all the new subscribers I'm getting over these past 2 weeks, and I'd love to hear your opinion. So basically, I stand on it as it's not really a great move for Hamilton. It might be in terms of maybe his feelings within the team. Maybe he's getting quite annoyed at McLaren, all the mistakes they're making. And McLaren, I think, were treating him quite well with the whole kind of signing a new deal. That's kind of a distraction that they need to get out of the way. Really, I think they should have kind of buried it under the sand earlier. But other than that, really, the pay rise he's getting is he's getting a 15 million a year contract for 3 years. In McLaren, he had about, I think it was basically a McLaren, they did a multi-year, so it's kind of X amount of money worth over these years, but they worked it out to about 13 to 14 million a year, so he's only getting about a million pay rise. I mean, a million is a lot. Don't get me wrong, a million's a lot, but in terms of relative to what he was getting before, that's only a million. That's only a million out of 14 million. And getting back to the race there, I really mucked it up. Really need to change the inters at this point. But this is the consequence of me trying to stretch it out. I have to pay the penalty of going off and spinning around. And here, not really smart driving here. I try to accelerate off without any grip, and I just go off again. and lock up again, and then go off the track again. So not really great driving there, but you know, it was getting pretty wet, so it was the time to change the inters. So getting back to what I was saying, so really I don't think that was a good move. However, I'm a Jenson Button fan, so this is good news for me, because that means McLaren will finally herald Button as #1 driver, and that means they'll build a car around him. You know, Perez coming to McLaren, I think it's a good move for Perez. I think he'll be ready for it. I think he's ready for it. He's mature enough, I think. And it's good because Perez and Button have the same sort of style, the smooth style. I mean, obviously Perez is most known for his kind of keeping the tyres going forever and ever, and Button is known for that, but not to the extreme. Perez is kind of extreme tyre control, whereas Button's kind of like an optimum level, more than the average driver, but not like crazy like Perez. I mean, you know, not crazy. I mean, that's a good thing if you can keep his tyres that long, but you know, if you're that kind of driver that only heralds that certain type of you know, strategy, I haven't really seen Perez on an aggressive, just burning through tyre strategy, and we haven't really seen proper, true, raw pace apart from the Malaysian Grand Prix, where he was really driving for it against Alonso, but obviously before that he had to keep his tyres, he was in the wet, so he had to be careful, so we haven't really seen fully the potential of Perez, I don't think, because you know, his style, you know, kind of contrasts that sort of thing that we want to see. But getting back to my point, they're both sort of similar in smooth style, so now they can make a car around that. You know, I think McLaren favoured Hamilton for 2 years, that Jenson was there, and really I think Jenson had to sort of put up with it, and now I think Button can really capitalise on this, and hopefully he can challenge for the title very strongly to, next year, and hopefully Perez. You know, I want to see him do well. Personally, I thought maybe Paul di Resta would have been a better fit, you know, kind of British driver into a British team, but obviously McLaren aren't too fussed about that, and maybe they're thinking Paul di Resta wasn't ready yet. You know, I thought he was ready. I think he's as good as Perez, really. Perez has shown some, you know, in terms of points, a better performance, but I really think Paul's maturing into a great driver, and maybe in the future we'll see him at McLaren, or at least a top team. I really don't mind. I just want him to do well, because I think he's a great driver, and he's, you know, he's really showing Force India that he can be a role model and a team leader. So that's the end of the discussion. Tell me your opinions, and now we're going to get back to the race. Here I'm checking the race director. Basically, most of the AI are going to change over to primes, and some of them already have. At this point, I still think it's wet enough to keep the inters on, so I'm just kind of going about my business. And here's when I sort of cut to lap 8, and I'll just bring you through lap 8, just to show you what the conditions are like after 4 laps. So here we're at lap 8 now. If you couldn't see that, we just jumped to lap 8. So here we're just taking you through lap 8 now. The conditions are getting really, really, really dry now. Not a lot of rain. I mean, there's rain on the track, but it isn't really, you know, there aren't really many droplets. And here, as you can see there, in the middle of the corner, I had to correct myself, and you know, because I was losing the back end quite a lot, and I was changing the brake bias to rear so I didn't lock up the front tyres, but that in case meant that I was locking up the back tyres, which wasn't great because I was losing them, and I had to correct for it, and I was losing time and time, and Hamilton is only 5 seconds behind us at this point, so it was getting to quite a difficult stage in the race. Over this, you know, I can't really take it at full throttle. If you can see the rev kind of thing, I'm kind of threading the accelerator, so you know, I really couldn't push too much, going over these apexes quite cautiously, and we kind of just go about it in this way, and it was I really enjoyed the race. I mean, even though it's quite like you know, most of it, the middle part wasn't that interesting, but in terms of to drive it, it was really fun, and you know, quite challenging and interesting in that way. Like, it was a real challenge to keep the car on the track, and you know, with these career episodes you can't always convey that, and it is going to get sometimes a bit boring. So like when it, you know, in the future, when there are races like this, I will obviously cut it, but like last race in Malaysia, it was an exciting race all round really. There weren't many too stable parts of the race really. So I was doing a full commentary then. So yeah, I hope you guys don't mind that I cut it. Really, honestly, you didn't miss anything. And so here I cut to in the middle of lap 11 now. Here we go. Cutting to lap 11 here, and this is because it's getting to that stage where really I need to change to primes. I'm going to the end of this lap with the sole intention of changing my tyres to prime. And what happens really is not really that great. I should really have changed to primes earlier, and I'm just losing a bundle of time. I'm not gonna change to primes. I'm gonna change to options because really I'm just losing a bundle of time here, and it's just really not that great. And here I kind of lost it a bit, got on the grass. Hamilton's right behind me now, and it's just going all to pieces. Actually, that's not Hamilton, sorry. That's who that is. I think Caterham. Yes, a Caterham. I passed the Caterham on the way, but Caterham's kind of catching me. Hamilton's about 14 seconds, but so I'm definitely out of the first place or second place really. Big lock up there, not helping at all. Going wide, not helping. Hamilton is getting so much time on me right now, and this is the stage where I just really need to pit. So I'm coming into the pits on end of lap 11. Just come out, I don't know, let's see. Hopefully I can come out third, but let's see. So Hamilton's already passed me straight away. So Kobayashi, let's see, only 4 seconds. So yep, he's passed me. I'm third. The rest is fifth. So who's fourth? Who's fourth? Oh god, who's this coming up? Is this fourth? It's Maldonado. No, he's passed me. Crap. Oh, across the bit. Oh, on the grass. That's not helping at all. And Maldonado's in front of us now. I've got 3 laps now to chase him down. I will try and get this podium. Oh god, come on. I will try and get this podium here. Alright, let's do this. Come on, we've got 3 laps left. We're chasing down Maldonado. On this first lap, I'm going to have to be a bit cautious. My option tyres are quite cold, and obviously it's going to be a cold track because it just stopped raining and it's drying out right now. So I'm going to have to be quite careful on this first lap, but then obviously I can push as hard as I want. It's coming through. Not really helping going on the grass a bit, but I was really desperate at this point. Locking up there. Not a great first lap here trying to capture Perez, but it gets better. But I was just really desperate to get a podium finish. Qualifying fourth, that was an extraordinary result. I really don't think that's going to be the case every single race. I think that was just a special reason. I mean, it might have been that my upgrade did a lot. It might have been the conditions were a bit weird, because it seemed that in Q2 all of us were faster than the times we did in Q3. But it might just be every year there's always those tracks where the AI aren't as fast as they should be. And I think in 2010 it was Catalonia, where they weren't slow, they were faster than usual. They were too fast at a certain difficulty for that that range of difficulty time. And in 2011 I really think it was probably, let's think about this. Let's see, probably Canada. But in 2010 the AI were really poor in Canada as well. Just generally they're quite slow at Canada, I don't know why. And subsequently that's my favourite track, Canada. I just love to drive that track. And really in this career mode I really think we're going to challenge for pole there at Canada and for the win. That'll probably be our only challenge for the win in this whole career, because I do love Canada, and I love that track, and I always seem to do well there. So that's probably going to be one episode to look forward to for you guys. But right now we're concentrating here in China, and we're catching Maldonado. Not really doing great in that second sector, really locking up there. Coming through now, Maldonado, we're on the same bit of tarmac as him, so that's very good. This is the second last lap here, and we've gone fastest as that second sector, very good. Raikkonen's gone fastest with a 141.776. So Maldonado there. We're on the same straight as him. I'm going to use a lot of curves. We won't have DRS, I don't think, so we're just going to use all the curves apart from a tiny bit for the pit straight. Hopefully we can max out the 7th gear, not lose too much time against Maldonado. So heavy braking here, going with the apex. Ooh, a bit too early, a bit too keen to get near Maldonado, and a corner cut there. Shouldn't be a problem though. So right now we're really close to Maldonado now. I can almost smell him. Oh crap, nearly lost it there, went over the cone. So coming through now, my engineer telling me this is the last lap, so yeah, I know, trying to get some good points here, but it's quite hard. I'm getting quite nervous at this point while I'm driving. It's getting to that stage where you get the same feeling as you do when you're trying to do like the last do or die qualifying lap to get you through to the next round or get you pole. It's kind of like, you know, high heartbeat rate and kind of just sweating a bit, you know, trying to get Maldonado. This is my last chance on this last lap. It was getting very intense. I don't know how much I can convey that in this commentary, but trust me, it was getting very intense here in this last lap, and I just really wanted to get him to get a podium, my first podium of the career. But let's see, not really doing much in that second sector for, you know, not really helping me. Let's see what's going to be. Hopefully it's not too slow. Hopefully no. About 4/10 off the pace, or on pace, or what rather. Raikkonen's put in another fastest lap, but come on, we're chasing him. Can we get DRS? Deploying all the cars I can, but have we got DRS? No, we don't. We do not have DRS. This, I don't think it's going to end good. Come on, late braking here. Oh, we're right near Maldonado. Oh god, come on. Oh, accelerating, come on. Oh, we're right there. Oh, I think we've blown it. Oh god, we've gone off. Yeah, we've blown it. Gone wide. Oh well, got 4th place at the Chinese Grand Prix. Very good race. Got a bit boring in the middle, but very good ending there. Came 4th, same as I qualified. Failed our objective, but I think these objectives are a bit too harsh. They're kind of too much on the qualifying. There we go. Hamilton's won the race again. 3rd time he's won. He's won all races now. Kobayashi and Maldonado 2nd and 3rd. Me 4th, Paul di Resta 5th, Perez 7th, Grosjean 6th there, but Perez, Maldonado, Kobayashi and me, and di Resta, really surprising results. And Ricciardo, I believe, has gotten to the points for the first time this season, now my teammate, and I really think this wasn't like a kind of, this was a, what am I trying to say, this was a fluke result. I really think, you know, Maldonado and Kobayashi getting on the podium is not really that realistic. But here we're 4th in the Drivers' Championship. I'm just kind of being that consistent driver. And here, as you can see, Toro Rosso 4th in the Constructors. I'm in Arava, guys. Hope you enjoy this episode, and I'll see you next time for what is the Bahrain Grand Prix. Hope you enjoyed the episode, and have a good day, and I'll see you next time.